Good afternoon, students. Am I audible? Yes, am I audible? Okay. Is there my screen is visible? Okay. So we will start our lecture. Up to previous lecture, we have completed multi-threading completely, right? Still, you are having any doubts, you can ask me. Because today I am going to start Java networking, which is the part of fifth chapter. Okay. So if you are having any doubts regarding multi-threading, you can ask. Otherwise, we will directly start the Java networking. Still students are joining, that's why I'm asking. In between that period I can cover those points. No doubts about multi-threading? Okay, so we will directly move towards Java networking. Okay, you have already learned data communication in second year as well as computer networking. Due to that subjects, you know complete knowledge related to networking. Only we are going to see how to implement such a types of a concept using Java. We have to see only those types of a concept we can implement with the help of a Java. For that, we need server client type of a application. You have already completed such a types of a program through C or CPP. But today we are going to see those programs with the help of a Java. Before starting those programs, I will discuss with you some basic points related to networking. Okay. So first, Java networking is a concept of a connecting two or more computing devices together so that we can share resources. The basic point related to networking is what we can share our devices as well as our information to multiple users. Java socket programming provides facility to share data between different computing environments or different computing devices. Okay, so for doing such a types of terminologies, we need these five important terminologies. Okay, to connect the devices or to share the data, we need these five technologies. Okay, and for implementing this, these six important terminologies are there. You have already learned this because this part is already covered in your DCOM and in CL. So I will revise only what is meant by IP address protocol likewise, so we can directly start our program. Still, if you are having any doubts regarding this concept, you can ask me. Don't carry those doubts with you. Okay. First one. First is the IP address. IP address is nothing but it is an unique number assigned to a node of a network. Okay. Likewise, we are using this. Suppose I have given you one IP address has a 192.172.10.2. Likewise. Okay. So it is divided into four subparts, and it is composed of octets of range from 0 to 255. Okay, so there are different addresses are available. According to that addresses, it is again divided into different classes. You have already seen those classes, class A, B, likewise up to E, right? So you know where we can use such a types of classes according to our users. Okay, then second one is the protocol. Second terminology is the protocol. The protocol is a set of rules basically that is followed by communication. For example, TCP, then FTP file transfer protocol, Telnet, SMTP. POP, etc. Okay, these concepts are also you have learned in the BCom as well as in CM. Okay, some concepts may be covered in BCom and some concepts may be covered in computer networking. Then third part is a port number, which is also important while making communication with the help of a networking. Port number is used to uniquely identify different applications. It acts as a communication endpoint between applications. The port number is associated with the IP address for communication between two applications. Okay. Then fourth one is the MAC address. MAC address is nothing but media access control. This address is a unique identifier of network interface controller, that is the NIC. And a network node can have multiple NIC, but each one have with unique MAC address. Means MAC address is totally based on that machine. It IP address may get changed as per our applications, but MAC address is one and the same for that particular media or for that particular machine. Okay. Then connection oriented and connectionless protocol. If you have considered connection oriented protocol, it is nothing but acknowledgement is sent by the receiver connection oriented protocol. Acknowledgement is sent by the receiver, so it is reliable. But due to that process, by sending the acknowledgement, it will be get somewhat slow. The example of best connection oriented protocol is nothing but the TCP. Right now we have already learned what is meant by TCP. But in connectionless protocol, acknowledgement is not sent by the receiver. So it is not reliable, but it is fast. Because whenever we are using the acknowledgement concept, we need to wait for some time. That's why that system becomes as a slow. But whenever we are dealing with connectionless, at that time there is no need to send the acknowledgement, so that time wastage is not there. But due to that problem, we cannot communicate whether that message is sent to that particular endpoint or not. That's why it is called as not reliable. That protocol is nothing but the UDP. Then sixth one is the socket. We have already seen the socket programming with the help of a C. Right now we are going to see with the help of a Java. It is an endpoint between two-way communication. Okay, so we will see it one by one. According to that, first we will see its API. Okay, how it works in Java. Socket programming is there. So socket, whatever socket related things are there, those are the one and the same that we have learned already in the BCom and CN. Only repetition is there or revision is there, and we can directly implement it. First of all, socket programming is nothing but yes. Okay. Socket programming can be connection oriented or connectionless. You have already seen. You have implemented TCP protocol as well as the UDP. Java socket programming is basically used for the communication between applications running on different JRE, means Java runtime environment. You have already seen the different JREs are available, and you are using according to your use or according to availability of JRE. Socket and server socket classes are used for connection-oriented socket programming, and datagram socket and datagram packet classes are used in the connectionless socket programming. So I will explain you when we will move towards the datagram socket. Right now we are dealing with the socket programming only. Now see here. Two parts are there. First one is the client and second one is the server. First, I will explain you its theory and then directly move towards our examples. There are two most important concepts. First one is the IP address of a server and port number. These two concepts must be remembered so we can make the communication in between server and client. Okay, so first, whenever you are starting your program, first you have to compile both the programs, client as well as server. Okay, at a time you can compile those two programs, and first server must be started and then client must start. Otherwise, client not get any connection between the server because server is not started. So that client has don't know to whom he will share his data. Okay, so first server must be started, then client will start. First of all, see here, we are going to make one-way client, and first program is related to one-way client and server communication. So I will explain it first. In this application, client sends a message. Okay, first we have first what we have done, we have compiled these two programs, and after compilation, client will send one message over here. Before sending some message, connection request is sent with the help of a socket. See here, for client side only socket and its connection part is there, but for server side, socket, bind method, listen method, and then accept method. Okay, so from these words also you can finding out how to communicate with client. First socket is get finalized, then bind method. Through bind method, it will able to bind the client to that server. Then listen. It will listen whether client is sending some request or not. Whenever request is sent, it will first check whether that client is present in the same server connection. If yes, then accept it and move further. Means communication is going on in between client and server. And after doing the communication, first client close from that side. Means after completion of both the data from client server, likewise, client will close and then remaining data will be read by server and then server will close. If server has stopped its working, its first server has closed, then client will send the number of requests to check the connection, whether connection is in there in between client or server or not. And after checking those connections, then client will be stopped. But that communication is not the proper way. Okay, so first client will stop and then server will stop. Likewise, our starting of a server must be started first, then client will start. Okay, so this is the simple working of socket API. There are different methods are also there, but simultaneously while seeing the programs, I will show you which methods are important for which class. So this is next part. Before moving towards this URL class, I will show you the basic example of client and server. Okay, right now I am using Notepad. You can use the JCreator also, because I want to start both the programs at a time. That's why I have used here Notepad. So I can open it on the command prompt, because for two different programs we need two different command prompts. First I will set the path. You can do the permanent path setting also, no issues. Okay. I will use another command prompt because we need to open the client and server. Okay. So I will separate it. And first I will open the server program. I will explain you the server program and then client program. So simultaneously those programs you need to, okay. So this is the client program, and now I will open the server program also. Okay. First, see, this is the server program. Right now I have shown you Socket API. In Socket API, what we have done, first we have created server socket. Okay, I will again open that API in front of you. Okay, here you can see first is the socket for both the sides, client as well as the server. Now see here, this is the server socket. Okay, in Java, server socket is the class, and class is present that class is present in the package java.net.star. Means all the classes related to networking are available over here, like a server, server socket, socket, etc. And here IO is used to read or write the data from client to server and server to client side. Okay, so for that purpose we need both the packages. Okay, now you can see here first one, server socket. We have created object of a server socket, and this is the port number. This is the port number. You can assign your own port number, but for server and client side, port number must be one and the same. Okay, you have to only remember these things. For server and client side, port number is one and the same. Because you know, whenever we are changing the port number, it means the connection is get changed. That's why you should remember that the port number is one and the same for server and client. If you have changed the server, then you can change the port number also, and for same client and server you are making the second time, then also you can change the port number, no issues. Then second one, accept. What you have to accept? You have to accept the request from client side. Now I will open the client side program. Same, first we have created socket. In that we have mentioned localhost. It means it is a client. Okay, and that request must be accepted by the server. Okay, then here we are using the one side communication, means only client will send some message to the server. For that purpose, here we have created object of a data output stream, okay, and get input stream. And right now we are passing input stream from the program only. You can take from the console. Okay, both the ways are allowed. Right now one-way communication is going on. For that purpose I have taken input from the program only. UTF is nothing but the uniform system. Okay, so first I have taken message from the program only. Then after taking message, in the data stream we first flush that object and then close that object. Okay, what you have to do, you have to first close the object of a stream and then you have to close the object of a socket. And in between that, if server is lost, then exception will be fetched. That's why we have written complete code in the try block and exception is handled. Now see, here data will be sent to the server, means write operation is there, and here only reading is there from server side. So we have taken here data input stream to take the input from the client, then stream, because we don't know which type of a data will be there, so we will convert it into stream. Okay, and that message will be printed on the console, and after that server socket is get closed. Understood? Yes, have you understood? if queries are there, then you can ask me, because based on this basic concept we are moving towards next part. No issues? Should I run this? Yes, should I run this program? Hello, am I audible? Because you are giving. Hello, am I audible? Should I run this program? Okay. Now see here. First, I will compile the my server. Okay, first I will compile the my server over here, and then my client on the another window. Understood? So according to rule, this is okay. This is the server side. So I will first start the server, because we need to start the server. Otherwise, client cannot communicate with server. Understood? Now, after starting the server, I will start the client. Okay? Understood? That message will be displayed over here. You can see. Okay, I will once again do this process. I will start the server, then I will start the client. C to server side. Okay, hello server message will be get displayed. Okay, understood? This is one-way communication, means only client has sent message to the server, not both-way communication. After this program, I will show you how to do both the connections, means both-way connection. Okay. So first do one thing. First take a screenshot of these two programs simultaneously. I think here you will not finding out. 1 minute. I will arrange it so you can take complete screenshot. Okay. So take this screenshot, then I will show you command prompt. Okay. So I will open the command prompt so you can take it screenshot. This is server side and this is the client side. Okay. Now take it screenshot. Okay. Now we will see both the ways connections. Okay, right now we have seen only program which is sent the message from server, client side. Okay, now we will see program related to both the ways connection, means read and write program. Okay, now I will open both the programs, server as well as client. Okay, so first I will explain you the server side program, then I will explain you the client side program. Okay, same process is there, only difference is we have to do streams for both reading as well as the writing. Now see, and in this case I will show you if we have not started server first what will happen. Okay, that that exception also I will show in this program. In previous program I have not shown you, otherwise I will show it right now. Okay, now see, I will not start the server first, I will start the client first. And now here you can see connection exception, connection refused, connected means server is not available. Then what is the meaning of this connection? Means connection is not established. Understood? This exception will be occurred. That's why we have added that try catch block over there. Okay, now see here, as we have seen in that API, first we have created object of a server socket and socket, because this is the server side program. If client side program is there, then in the socket only we will mention that this is the local host with its port number. Then we have created two different objects. First one is the data input stream and second one is the data output stream. One is for the reading and second is for the writing. Okay, this one buffer reader means, okay, so take input from the client side and give input to client side. That true purpose we have used this input and output stream. Then buffer reader, because we need to read a bunch of data, means there may be one sentence, there may be one paragraph, likewise. That's why buffer reader is used. And okay, so input stream reader is for the reading data. Then two blank strings has created. If whenever we will stop that reading portion with the help of a stop keyword, then your data reading processes will be get stopped. Now one more thing is there, here we have mentioned stop, you can mention end, quit, like this. Okay, so you can assign your own keywords also. Right now I have used here stop, then you can use the close, quit. Okay, likewise this read UTF, this is used for the reading data from the client side and store it into the str. Okay, and whenever you want to give data to client side, then str2 will be used. Okay, whatever client says will be displayed. And read line, if data will be there in the format of a spaces of a line, then you can use the read line method. Okay, then after using it you have to flush d out and then you have to close it. And for reading you have used the d in, means data input stream, you have also closed that input stream. Okay, and then you have to close the server socket and you have to use the client socket. And one more thing, in previous server program we have not used this concept, that is closing of a socket. Okay, because mainly if you have closed the server socket, then there is a no need to close the socket separately. If you have written, then no issues, but you can. Okay, so this is the server side program. Now I will show you client side program. Okay, so this is the client side program. Only change over here, what we have written, only object of a socket, and here you have mentioned localhost, so automatically this is acts as a client. Remaining things are one and the same, only here change is there. Whatever data read by the server we are going to print on the console. Okay, here also stop keyword is used. Understood? Okay, you can take your time to read it, otherwise if you are having any doubts I can explain it. Same process is there, only change it is reading data from the server. Okay. Now I will execute this program. Understood? So first I will execute the, before that I will compile both the programs. First I will compile the server side program and then client side program. After completion of a GUI, you can complete this process through GUI also. Okay. This may be homework for you at the time of a GUI. Okay. Now I will first start the server. Okay. I have started it. Now I will start the client. Okay. So first I will send hi message from client side. That message is displayed as a client says hi. Now for server side, I will write the hello. Okay. Now see, simultaneously I have written here like this, then it will take as a input. But right now I have not written anything from this side, that's why it is a blank. Okay. Now I will enter over here. Then understood? After entering data, it has taken as a this one. Now suppose I have written here, I will write one more. Okay. It has taken it as a like this. Now suppose I have written here, understood? Whatever I am pressing over here, that will be get printed on this side. Understood? So whenever I want to stop it, I will write the stop message over here. Both the sides get stopped over here. Okay, I will once again do this process. Now suppose from server side I have written hi, and now from client side I will write the hi. Understood? Now from server side I will mention it as a ty, and here I will write the btech. Understood? So in this fashion it will complete. Now suppose I will write here stop as a capital, then it will not stop, it will consider it as a message. Whenever I will write small, then it also consider it as a stop, as a message. But whenever I will write from client side, then it will consider as a stop. Understood? Okay. Let's see. Okay. I have not scrolled. That's why it is showing you like this. Right now I have scrolled this window. Understood it? So first take screenshot of a server program, then take the screenshot of a client side program. Okay. Now I will open the client program. So take its screenshot. Okay. So now, if you want to implement, you can implement from your side and you can share it to me. Okay. For checking, I will check it. No issues. Now, second. Now I will move towards further. Second part is the URL class. URL Java URL class is representation of the normal URL function. Okay, here is acronym for Uniform Resource Locator. For that purpose, Java URL class is available in the Java. If it points to the resource on the World Wide Web. For example, suppose I have written some, see here, this is the site name. Okay, so that site name is divided into different parts. Before that, first one is a protocol. This means nothing but the HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Then server name or IP address will be there. After that, port number is there and file name or directory name. Okay. Now in this, HTTP, this is not a secure site. Okay, because whenever S is there, then it is called as the HTTPS, that is the secured one. Then this is the name of the site, and this 80 is the port number, and this one is the page, whatever page we are reading from that. Okay, and if port number is not mentioned in the URL, then it returns it as a minus, because all URLs are not having the port number with it. So according to that, it is that changed. So you have to finding out. So file name or directory name. In this case, index.jsp is the file name. Suppose you are on the Java T point, okay, and you are reading the index, then it will mention it is index one. If you are reading some page, then it will mention you that page. So for that purpose, I will show you one program. For that also different classes are available. So commonly used classes are the get protocol, get host, get port number, likewise. Then check the URL connection, etc. So you can see here, I have added here your URL is the class which is available in the Java, and that that class is present in the net package. You have to create object of a URL and you have to pass the URL in the double quote. I have passed here URL as our college site name. Then whatever you want to print, you have to access with these methods. First one, get protocol. It will show you which either it is HTTP or HTTPS. Then get host means complete name of a site. Get port number. If port number is present, then it will show you port number. Otherwise, it will mention it as a minus one. Then file name. Okay, I have taken a basic one, means first page of a query. So now you can see it. And if site is totally not available, then it will fetch the exception. So I will compile it first. Okay. HTTPS is the protocol. Then host name is a coe.swery.ac.in. Number is -1. File name is not present, so it is blank. Now I will take one more link over here, so you can finding out how to fetch it. Get file. Okay, so I will open it. 1 minute. I will open that site. See here, I have opened this basic. Now I will suppose move to aluminum. Otherwise, I will go you here about us, about Sweri, about COE. and here accreditation. Okay, now see, I will use this URL for this purpose. I will copy it and I will mention it over here. Okay, I will save it and again I will compile it and run it. Sorry. Okay, now you can see here. Protocol is HTTPS, host name is one and the same. Port number is not available, so -1, but file is available. We are seeing the accreditation file, means page of accreditations. So it is shown you like the accreditation.php. You can see here. We are in the accreditation part and here we have shown, you can see here this. So this is the protocol, this is the host name. Here port number is not there. When a port number is there, then you can see over here, and this is the file name. So according to that, your URL is divided into subparts. Okay, so take it. I will open it. So take screenshots of both. Okay, so take both the inputs. You can understand it very easily. Okay, so take screenshot of it. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me right now. Taken? Have you taken screenshots? Okay. So now I will move towards one more example as I will add in the same program only. First, this is the protocol, then host name, port number, file name. Likewise, if you want to find out default port number, then one more facility is available. In place of port number, I will mention default port number. So different methods are available. Through that you can finding out it. For default port number, okay, this method is there to finding out default port number. Then you can find out the path of URL also. So to find out the path, there is a one method that is the get path. Okay, so I will save it. First of all, I will show it through this program only. And if you are searching some keywords on the Google, then also it will divide it into different parts. First, I will compile it. I will execute it. Now you can see here. Path is from which file it is going on. Default port number is 443. Okay. Now I will change the URL. Now see here. I will take this URL. We have used for the searching purpose. Actually, it is very big one. Still, it is having some keywords we cannot finding out because this is the encrypted. Okay, now you can see it. Up to this much you can finding out. But for Swahili keyword, it has taken this much encrypted code. Now I will compile it. You can see over here. Understood? So this is the file name. Default port number is 443 only, and path is search, means we are doing this searching on the Google. Okay. So according to your URL, data will be get changed. So you can take the screenshot of this also. 1 minute, I will adjust it. Okay. Now you can take. Okay. So these programs you can implement on the online editor or compiler also. But for client server, there may be some problems. Now, I will move towards the next part, that is the URL connection class in the Java. Okay, right now we have seen URL class, and now this is the URL connection class. The Java URL connection class represents communication link between the URL and the application. This class can be used to read and write data to the specified resource referred by the URL. Okay, so suppose I have created one program based on the URL connection, then it provides many methods. We can display all the data of a web page by using getInputStream method. The getInputStream method returns all the data of the specified URL in the stream that can be read and displayed. Okay. So I will open one program. Okay. I will close first one. Now you can see here. Object of a URL class, because here we are going to see URL connection. First you need to create object of a URL class, then object of a URL connection, and here you have to pass the URL, means link, and open that connections, means after opening it, it will show you the data which is present on that site, and for reading that data you need the input stream, and we have to read complete data from that page, so we need the while. Okay. Now see, site name is a coe.swery.ac.in. So first I compile it. Received fatal error protocol. Okay, such a types of errors may get generated because sometimes it will not fetch such a data from that site. So it generate the exception also. I will change the site. I will choose another site over here. Suppose I have added here Java only. Now suppose I will take one Wikipedia page. Okay, so here I have added this site. And I will again compile it and execute it. No, it is again protocol version issue. Let it be. From your side, you can check it. This exception is due to protocol version only. I feel that it is not allowing us to read those data, but let it be. Okay, so you can check it. That data will be displayed on this console only. Okay, so you can check it from your side also. You can do this program on online editor also, no issues. Okay, any queries in it? Because you have already used this while loop to read the data, so there is no necessity to again explain it. Still, if anybody has having any doubt, you can ask me, no issues. Okay. So I will move towards next program. That is the HTTP URL connection. Okay. Means first URL class, then URL connection class, then HTTP URL connection class. This class is HTTP specific URL connection. It works on HTTP protocol only. By the help of HTTP URL connection class, you can have information of any HTTP URL such as the header information, status code, response code, etc. Okay. So java.net.http URL connection is a subclass of URL connection class. So according to that, we can fetch the data. Okay. Now see, I will open this program first. Here, URL class must be required, then HTTP URL connection will be required. Okay, and here we will pass the HTTP URL connection with its method open connection, because first we need to open that site and then its information is get generated. And now 1 to 8. Meaning of 1 to 8 is what? First 8 methods were fetched over here. And first 8 methods are nothing but the date, set cookie, content type, cache control, expires date, then vary means encoding decoding parts, then connection whether it is open or closed, and transfer encoding means it is chunk data or not, likewise. Okay, so first these 8 methods were read with the help through this for loop, and this HUC means HTTP URL connection object get header file key. Okay, and is equal to header field key of I. Then on the okay, means this is from the program side, means from JRE side, and this is from that site side. According to that, it will printed on the console. Here key is there and here its value is there. Okay, so first key is the date and that date value. Then second key is the set cookie and its value, likewise. So it will totally show you 8 values. Okay, now I will execute this program. Don't confuse it, because already those values are available for that site. Only those values we are printing on the console. Okay, see, it is fetching it as a none. No any value is available. Now I will change this site. Then we will check it once again. Otherwise, we will take that indexing. I will open one page from that. Due to version issues also, it will give some such a types of output also. Still it is not fetching. Let it be, but according to version it may get changed, but its values are there. For that you can refer the Java T-point program also, or otherwise you can replace this site name by any other site name and you can check it. Okay, because here HTTPS is there, so you need to find it out only HTTP related site. Okay, so I will check another site if possible. 1 minute, I will check Java T point only because this is not a secured one. Now also it is showing it as a S. Okay. Okay. So if you are using the secured one, cite it as a secured one, then it will not show you its data properly because this class is available for the hypertext hypertext transfer protocol. So it will show you without S. That's why it is not showing you that output. Okay. Now you can see date. Current date. It is showing you current date at what time you are seeing it. Then server name. Which server is used to see it, then location means complete that file name, then content length means length of that file, then time in and time out means how much time you are live on that session, then this is the connection and this is the connection type, this is the HTML or text page, and last one is the null means last value. according to that According to this, we have completely seen the total 8 values: date, server, location, content. And last value is related to encoding. Right now, no encoding is there, so it has shown you as a null. If that part is there, then it will show you in this fashion. Okay, so take it screenshot. I will minimize it first. Okay, so you can take it screenshot. HTTP URL connection. Have you taken? Okay, so next part is the INET addresses. Before moving toward those part, mm, first give the attendance. Okay, from A division, roll number 1 to 20. Write your roll numbers in the chat box. 1 to, okay, first 1 to 20. B division, can you wait for 5 minutes? 1 to 20. Don't repeat the roll numbers. All roll numbers are get recorded, so don't worry about it. Only once you can add over here. Then 21 to 40, A division. 21 to 40 over, 41 to 60, A division. 41 to 60, and last 61 to 70. Don't repeat roll numbers, only add it for one time. Still anybody has remained? From A division, mention your roll numbers. Finished? Okay. Then B division, 1 to 20. Don't repeat your roll numbers, Shruti. One to 20 over. 21 to 40, B division. Twenty-one to 40, B division. Finished? 41 to 60 from B division. Forty-one to 60. 61 to 80. 61 to 80. Shubham Gade. Shubham. Shubham Gade. Can you unmute your mic for 1 minute? Because only half an hour is remain and right now you are joining. Please unmute your mic. Shubham Gade. Okay, all of you given your presenting? Shubham, you can take permission from the Kadam madam, then tell me your attendance. Okay. Now I will move towards next part, that is the INET addresses. Before that, I will close remaining. I have not added its slides. Okay, I will explain it so you can understand it, and I will show you one program related to this. Okay. First of all, what is meant by INET address class? INET address class represents an IP addresses. Okay, it represents an IP addresses. For that, you need a class that is the INET address. I will write here. INET address is the class which is present in the java.net package. I will mention in the comments so I can continue in the same as a program. It provides methods such as get the IP of any host name. For example, suppose I have written www.google.com. Okay, so it specifies IP, and IP address is represented by either 32-bit or 128-bit unsigned number. An instance of an INET address represents the IP address with the corresponding host name. There are two types of addresses, unicast and multicast. If you are dealing with the unicast, it is an identifier for a single interface, whereas a multicast is an identifier for the set of interfaces. Mostly, INET addresses has a cache mechanism to store successful and unsuccessful hostname resolution. Okay, so different methods are available like get by name, get localhost, then get host name, get host address, likewise. So 4 methods are available for the inet addresses. So I will show you with the help of one program. So I will directly write its program over here. You can see. First, you need to import IO as well as the net package in your program. Import java. Hello. Yes, Anuja. Anuja Shirar. Can you please mute your mic? Okay, so first you need to import these two packages in your program. Then you can directly start with the program. This is related to inet addresses. So you can give name as the inet address example. So directly main method is there. So public static. You can implement these programs on the Eclipse or NetBeans also, no issues. But for showing you the server client application, I have started on the Notepad. Now see here. First, you need to create inet address object. Okay. Now here is a one more way. First, I will add it into Travelog because that site is not available. Then it will fetch you an exception. Okay, one method is you can use with the help of a new keyword. Means first you need to create object, then you have to access these methods. And another way I have already shown you, that is the class name and directly method name. Dot get by name. Get by name. And here I will mention the name of a site. Suppose I have written www.google.com. Okay, then you want to print the host name and IP address for the same. So you need system.out.println. Here you need to add what you want to print on the console. Now I want to print host name. For that, method is nothing but the get host name. Okay. So in same way, you can finding out its address, IP address. Okay. So for that, change here as a IP address. So it will show you IP address with the method get host address. Okay. And after that, you need to complete the cache block also, because here if exception occur, you need to handle it. Means that site is not present, then it must be handled. And here I will write it as a name of that exception. Okay, so I will save it as inet.exe. Okay, so I will compile it. Okay, host name is www.google.com, and its IP address is 172.217.167.164. Okay, so you can check any other site name for checking its host name and IP address. Okay, so take its screenshot. I will zoom it. Okay, so take its screenshot. So according to site, it is get changed the IP address. Okay, so we have covered all points, means all classes from Java networking. Only datagram socket classes remain. So in datagram socket, again you have to use the socket programming, right? Means you have to use the datagram socket class, which represent connectionless socket for sending and receiving datagram packets. Connectionless means acknowledgement is not there. The datagram is basically an information, but there is a no guarantee of its contents, arrival or arrival time. That's why it is called as the unreliable. So still 25 minutes are there, so we can complete this portion. I will show you both sender and receivers. Again, you need two command prompts. So first I will write here sender program, and then I will write the client program. Now see the difference between connection oriented program, which we have seen in the today's lecture for the first one, that is the my server and my client. Now this is the connectionless. Now you can finding out the difference between these two. Java.net.star. All classes are available in the package. This is the sender. So I will mention here it as a sender class. This is related to datagram. So I will write here sender datagram. Then main method. Okay. Then first you need to create object of a datagram socket. Datagram socket. Object of a datagram socket as a DS is equal to new datagram socket. Okay, then suppose there is a one string from sender side. This is message from the sender side. Okay, so I will write here message as a welcome. You can write your own message also. Then inet address. Suppose inet address first create its object, then inet address dot get by name, and you can provide your IP address. Okay, so you can give your own IP address over here. So I will give here default as a 127. Then after creating datagram socket, you need to provide the packet size. Okay, so for that datagram packet and its object as a DP. And here you have to pass its size. Okay, So according to your data, size will be get created. So get bytes. Get bytes. Then length of that string. Okay. So length method must be there, and IP, because we need IP address. Through this IP address we are sending that package, and this is the port number. Understood? Then after that we need to first send the uh, connection, that is the datagram socket, and through that it will send the package, means completely packet, and then you need to close that datagram. Okay, so this is the sender side program. In same fashion you need to create client side program. Okay, so I will create now the receiver side program, that is the client side program. So I will open the new in the same one. Again same process is there. First you need to import java.net.star, then class as a, this is receiver side program, so you can write name as a receive. This is related to datagram, so I will write here data, then main method, public static void main. Okay, now uh, first datagram socket. First you need to create datagram socket object as a ds is equal to, you need to pass the port number because you are dealing with the client. Datagram socket, and here port number. In that we have added port number as a 3000, so here also you have to mention it as a 3000. From server side it is sending you some message, so buffer is required to store that message, and which is in the format of a byte. So you need to provide byte size as a 1024. You can design your own byte size also. Then datagram packet, because that present in the form of a packets. I will directly copy it. Again here you have to mention the your buffer size and the packet size, and after that use the receive method to receive the data from the server side, and you need to print on the console. So you can create object of a string, and whatever data is fetched from that server you need to convert it. Okay, so dp dot get data, then you have to read it from the zero, means from first character and up to last character. So length must be there. So you can read up to end of that data. And after reading it, you want to print on the console. So system.out.println, in that mention that string. Okay, and after that close the datagram socket. Okay. Okay, so before executing it, I will open it for the programs. Now, First, I need one more command prompt. Hello, am I audible? Hello. Okay. Is there my screen is visible to all? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Due to some network issue, I have lost my connection. So only I have reached up to that pass setting. So don't worry about it. So on first console, I will execute. I will compile the sender program, and on second, I will compile the receiver program. Sender data. Okay. So I have compiled here. 1 minute. 1 minute. I will check the spelling once again. 1 minute. You need to access the uh, exception also. If exception is there, then you need to pass its exception also. So first I will add here exception. Same process on the client side also. Before executing, I will just check it once. Okay, so I will compile it first. Okay, and after that I will compile the receiver side. Okay, so first I will start the server. Okay, and after that I will start the client. Now see here, from sender side, welcome is said, but still it is not fetching because it has not completed its loading properly. Okay, so suppose I have written here some data. Okay, so whenever reading is not completed, it will not show you. But here acknowledgement is not there, so we cannot find it whether data is reached to that particular client or not, or that particular receiver or not. So that's why it is called as the not reliable. But in normal case means in first program we have seen that the data is reached to that particular client due to that reliability part, means acknowledgement part. So you need to remember that whenever that data is not reliable, means connection less is there, then you cannot predict that whether that data reached to receiver or not. So this is the simple example for datagram socket. So in this way you can create the both the way. Likewise, we have seen for the connection oriented. That is the first, second program. My client were and my server one. Okay. So according to that, you can create it. Okay. So I will open it. You can take it screenshot. Okay. So this is the sender side and this is the client side. So take it screenshot. Okay. Have you taken a screenshot? Okay. So right now we have completed our fifth chapter, multi-threading and networking of a Java. So if you are having any doubts, you can ask me at any time. So in next lecture, we will start the GUI programming from Java. Uh, for that, API is there. Through that, you can complete the how to design the forms or how to create the GUI with the help of a Java. So we will directly see those programs on the Eclipse. Otherwise, you need to write the big classes for creation of this that GUI. So to avoid it, okay. So any queries in the today's lectures? If you are having any query in the today's lecture, you can ask me right now.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Shruti.
Ma'am, roll number 3 for
Yes.
roll number 3 for my division present.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. No issues.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Have a tea.
Ma'am, B division, roll number 25, Snehal. She is having some network issue.
Okay. From B division.
B division.
Okay.
मैम ये 36
36.
हाँ मैम 36
Ma'am, B22.
Yes, yes. Please, I have noted.
Thank you, ma'am.
मैम B5
Okay.
Ma'am,
I think
B27.
you have already mentioned in the chat box, no? Okay. So if anybody has remained, okay. So if present T over,
Ma'am, B37.
okay, okay. Okay. So if you are having any doubts, ask me. Otherwise, we will stop here. No doubts? because when I will stop the recording, then whatever present T over here, after that you are writing over here, that will not be get recorded. That's why I'm asking. If you are done, then I will stop my recording. Don't repeat roll numbers. I'm again telling you. Okay. So today we will stop here. In next lecture, we will start the next chapter, that is the GUI programming. And after that, last chapter is related to